all. That which bound us was a ruse.
Deadlove, it's not that simple.
I grieve. For now, we must part.
The ribbon?
Ha! Seems I've been fooled again. She will pay for this, sooner or later. She will pay! You never should have meddled with her! Alas, you tricked me, both of you!
Didn't you?
Silence!
Leave him to me. Be gone.
I can't let...
I insist.
My, what a smashing ensemble. You wear it well.
Shut up. I look like a twit.
The caftan is sewn of the best fabrics available, and of course fine.